we are going to cover the fog. Okay, we're going to cover the fog. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, Hasan, what's up with this fog? And Cutie Cinderella thinks that the fog is not just the regular old fog. The fog, as a matter of fact, did Themacia send a playlist, by the way, chat? The fog actually is smart dust. Okay, it's smart dust. And what are people doing about the smart dust? Well, they're dealing with it. Here, let's take a look.
2 days into the new, and we already have wellness influencers selling detoxes for the fog. If you're thinking, Mallory, what's the fog? I'm about to tell you.
Okay, Mallory, I feel like you're going to be a little bit undermining of the real fog issue, the crisis.
And you are going to regret asking. So in various locations around America and in Europe, there is a lot of fog. And folks online are reporting that after coming into contact with
Fogwid24, conspiracy theories about the fog across certain states engulf social media.
this fog, they are experiencing mysterious illnesses, flu-like symptoms, and in true conspiratorial fashion, this has led folks to believe that this is not regular fog. This is in fact what they have labeled Fogvid24. And as you can read down here, many are theorizing that the fog is actually a chemical attack, a bioweapon testing, and of course, aliens. I swear wellness influencers or like...
I'm not kidding. It just all... I know we talk about peasant brain, but I think in many instances it's also about like Americans being so incredibly like they just think they're so important. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Americans love being the main character of their story in a way that I don't think other cultures exhibit this kind of tendency, this kind of like hyper individualism. Because we often talk about like the lack of education, ready availability of homeschooling, the fact that it's not illegal, and how public education has been gutted, right? But I think there's something on top of that that causes people to engage in this kind of irrational conspiracy theory. Because like there are places on this planet right now that are absolutely gutted and destroyed by colonialism, by empire, right? By the crimes of empire. I don't think dudes living in the Congo, for example, right, that work in one of these mines are going home and constantly thinking about like, you know, there's alien drone warfare happening in my neighborhood. Like it's a very, and it's not like those guys have, you know, it's not because like they have the educational standards or anything like that. They've been ravaged, right? The reason why Americans, I think, behave this way is not just because of the lack of education. It's because of American exceptionalism and American individualism, you know, where they just think like, no, the world of course revolves around me. Are you kidding me? Yes, I live in Terre Haute, Indiana. Yes, this area is famous for having a supermax prison facility and nothing else, except now there's smart dust in my neighborhood. They want to kill me with the smart dust. And it's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. They don't want to kill you. Okay. You live like, who is they? And why would they kill you? Why would they kill you? Why?
2 more boards? Yeah.
Do you think fog is a conspiracy? Do I think fog is a conspiracy?
She's going to hide the truth. She's going to hide the truth. Watch. Typical bicoastal elitist. She's going to undermine the truth by saying fog is a conspiracy. Oh, it's just fog.
Fog is a conspiracy.
Now what are they doing in the fog?
Yeah, these guys simply don't understand. What are they doing in the fog? They're killing Americans, okay? They're making them woke and gay. And also, that's the reason why my wife left me! And they took the kids because of the fog. Deborah would never do such a thing. Even though I spend most of my days working a boring-ass job that I absolutely despise, only to come home later at night to just engage in the most vigorous masturbation session before getting absolutely destroyed in a game of League of Legends and then taking out all my anxieties and frustrations on my wife and never taking care of the kids. That's not the reason why she left. She left because of the fog. She left because of the smart dust. God damn. Otherwise, I would have to take accountability over my own actions, and That's not good. That's not a good thing at all.
What do you mean by that? I keep seeing that everywhere. Dude, if you're seeing fog is a conspiracy everywhere on your socials, you're cooked. That's the pipeline, baby. You gotta reset. Guys, this is the last one on this side. Slay.
All right. Well, she moves on from it. She said that's the pipeline and you're cooked because she's obviously a liberal cat lady. Okay. Liberal cat lady. Hello. She literally has numerous animals. Okay. She's such a cat lady. She's moved on. She's elevated from cats to sheep, goats, birds, otters, ferrets. Come on. Duh. This is the future JD Vance wanted to avoid. Of course, she's going to lie. Ignore Hasan thirst talks. Get fog TikToks instead. Oh my God. That's right. That's right. She's actually Cutie Cinderella. This is what you did to yourself. Okay. All of the Hasanabi thirst talks that you did not show support to as my friend. Okay. You should have done that because you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to hit the thirst talk videos with a like and support and be like, oh, that's cool. That's my podcast co-host. There goes my podcast co-host, right? Instead of doing that, guess what you did? You said, not interested. And then TikTok looked at that and went, what's the opposite of Hasanabi thirst talks? Fog conspiracy theories. Yeah. Hasanabi thirst talk daughter or fog talk son is the real question. And many of you have made the right choice. That's why you're here. But some of you also make the wrong choice and then are led astray. Anyway, all your female friends hate your thirst talks and all your male friends hype them up and have them ready to go. I know. Anyway, let's get back to this fog situation.
Like detox
Fog situation is crazy.
specialists must have almost broke both their ankles jumping on this. Here is just one, and of course, if you have any questions about what she has listed about what to do, you can comment detox on the post to learn more from her. Also, don't miss this part. She talks about towers in Florida. I'm assuming she's talking about 5G towers, and of course, we're all packed full of heavy metals, and that basically makes each one of us a mini.
It's so cool that they just like add on new conspiracy theories onto the previous conspiracy theories. Even though every single one gets debunked, they just don't hear it. They go, la, 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 can't hear you. And then they just like add on to it. And it's basically this massive tower of conspiracy by the end of the day, by the end of the year. You know, it's amazing. Yeah, they're lore crafting. It's cool. It's cool. Like they went 5G coronavirus towers, and then coronavirus was fake. The vaccine makes you autistic and gay, and also makes you have involuntary muscle spasms, involuntarily spasming onto some penis because you're gay now, and also now the fog, and it's all nanomachines. Yeah, and the only solution is this disgusting moss-colored drink I made. You have to buy it on the TikTok shop. It's not FDA approved because we obviously hate the FDA. More like FD gay. They also want to make you gay. Turns out everyone is trying to make me eat penis. Why is this? I'm fighting against the urge every day of eating penis, okay? Because I drink my green gunk.
Tower, and this fog may contain particles that help the signal move, which of course means that we will all become depressed, angry, fearful, or doubtful of God and the promise of health, wealth, and abundance, except if you buy her detox. There's also this next wellness influencer who sets the entire stage for what the fog is, why you should be afraid of it, and why you should buy her detox.
Has anyone else noticed the insane fog that we've been experiencing lately? Or has anyone else been sick leading up to Christmas? Sore muscles, sore...
Famously, when there's a lot of travel happening in the holiday season and people are congregating, slammed into areas with terrible HVAC practices, and also no masking whatsoever in public spaces where people are sick. There is a thing called flu season that happens. You're just describing flu season. Like getting sick during the holidays. I feel like that's a very common meta. you know? Like, imagine looking at the most normal process
throat, flu-like
and being like, excuse me, it's obviously not the flu, because that would require me to take it seriously and take precautions if I was feeling a little bit under the weather. And that would cause me to re-examine everything. And I'm not going to do that. It must be because I'm a very special gal. I'm a very special gal living in one of these like boring, banal, gray, cookie cutter starter home, homeowners association neighborhoods where the walls are paper thin. And guess what? The Chi-Coms, Chinese Communist Party, wanted to destroy that neighborhood specifically to get to me. It's the fog. They tried getting to me with the drones, and then now they're trying to get to me with the fog.
Sore throat, flu-like symptoms, anything like that? Or that the skies were looking a little bit funny leading up to Christmas as well?
What? None of those photos look funny. That's just the sky. You posted photos of the sky as planes are flying in the sky. You're chemtrails, brother. That's right.
So there's a new theory going around, FogVid 2024, explaining that the fog really...
Bro, these people will believe anything but COVID or the flu. At a certain point, you got to be like, damn, dude, like you're intentionally avoiding the truth. Okay? Like, what do you mean FogVid? What are you saying? You're so close. You're so close to it. You're like, nope. I chose to arrive at an entirely separate conclusion that is utterly devoid of material reality. I will never make a correct assessment. Do you understand me? It can't be the common flu. It must be nanomachines created through fog, which is not a direct consequence of just the weather patterns changing from hot to cold, but instead smart dust. This is a multi-trillion-dollar operation. And guess what? You know where they're using this multi-trillion-dollar operation? Lo and behold, my backyard. We don't even have a grocery chain that sells fresh produce in a 4-mile radius. But you know what we do have? Nanomachine fog. I live in a food desert. There is no public transit. I rarely ever go to third spaces because there's nowhere to congregate. There's nowhere to talk to other human beings. So I, basically fantasize about socializing with my fellow man by being online all the time and hallucinating. That's where I'm at, though, because I'm God's special child. Even though virtually everyone and everything has left me behind. You know who hasn't left me behind? Governments. Governments that are chasing me. Governments that want to kill me with nanomachines. Why are they doing that? I don't know. Because I'm the most special boy that has ever existed. Duh.
It wasn't what we thought it was. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that they've been spraying us like bugs for years now, and I believe that this is just yet another experiment to test some sort of virus on us. There's a reason why my family and I did not get this FogVid and why we have not been sick in years. That is because terrain is everything. We detox ourselves every single day to remove any heavy metals or environmental pollutants that we are unwantedly exposed to and support the body in their removal.
The reason why neither myself nor my family got FogVid is not because we just made it up online. We just made it up and it's not a real thing. It's because of the vape juice that I drink. And you can also save yourself as well with the vape juice that I inhale every day.
The world is getting scarier and scarier, and you need to have this in your back pocket to protect yourself.
Those tinctures that she just showed you, I have seen all over Instagram and TikTok for so long, but they have predominantly been sold as a parasite cleanse, except now they're also a fog detox. A lot of the narratives in the wellness industry shared by wellness influencers have and will continue to piggy off conspiratorial thinking. They're the perfect pair. They're the perfect marriage. They both lack nuance. They both...
RFK #1 fan and basketball terrorist Kyle Kuzma was also talking about the fog recently. Yeah, that's how you know it's like the dumbest narrative alive, okay? When Kyle Kuzma starts talking about it, that's when you know you can discard it in its entirety. Do you understand me? Basketball terrorist Kyle Kuzma. That's how you know. That's Donald Trump's strongest soldier. What's happening here?
Both speak in absolutes, both lean into this assumption of something nefarious, a group that you cannot trust. We are 2 days into 2025, and I am already asking myself, what the